Okay, so first things first, under no circumstance should you ever take this set of abilities into Siege. At all. Don't do it, okay? I'm warning you now. You're gonna die. Alright? This right here is just for styling. So, yes, I know it took 80% of his health and basically in the time that it took him to get up, but I guarantee you, don't do it. Okay? So, moving on. Welcome back. My name's Sinuous, and I'm with Chimera Skies and our competitive team, Cascade Zero. Today, we're going to be highlighting some of the do's and don'ts and things that you want to go with if you're advancing from beginner to intermediate Nodachi. So, first thing I kind of want to highlight, I told you I was going to give you guys a little bit of a guide on Avalanche ult. So I want you to take a look at some of the gameplay footage that I'm about to show you up here. But the reason why I think Avalanche ult is such a good ability under the right circumstances is because this ult, yes, you can be hit out of it. But that's said to be true for even Dragon Sleep. You can be hit out of it if you don't have Bloodlust stacking. You could be knocked out of it. Okay, so and nobody has time for all that crap. You know, no one has time to build all the Bloodlust and then, you know what I'm saying, and boom, crowd control ability is gone. Whatever. All right, and another big thing that's starting to worry me, and we'll talk more about this in the next video. When you use Dragon Sleep and you don't use it correctly, it can set you up basically to die. So I'll highlight that later, but anyways, it's more about Avalanche. So Avalanche, when you use it correctly, first of all, let's sit down and talk about what the actual ability does. Okay, so first of all, you get 370% of your base slashing damage plus 400 or whatever, 4,869 points of slashing damage. That's Avalanche 1. Removes Daze effect. So basically it's an anti-CC move. If you get CC'd, you basically get knocked down on the ground. You can use this ability to get back up. Okay? And you will see me use that. Okay? To stop myself from dying. Alright? I cannot tell you how many times I've brought Avalanche on the Siege, and this move was the only reason why I didn't end up dead. Okay, many times. Okay, the extra effect that you get is recovers 3% of your maximum health every time you hit an enemy. Anyways, so recovers 3% of your maximum health every time you hit an enemy. You need to have that, because right there, that's going to give you a good chunk of your life back. Okay, I believe there's like a total of I think 6 or 7 hits, so you're going to get 20% of your health back, your health back, plus if you have because you lifesteal, you're also going to get some of that portion back based off of the damage that you're dealing, and that kind of is based off of how much strength you have, so we're not even going to talk about that. Last but not least, you will get back 1 stack of Bloodlust each time you hit an enemy. Okay? Each time you hit an enemy. So, if you hit enemies with this, you are going to have a full stack of Bloodlust. So not only can you get your health back, but then you could be sitting on a full stack of Bloodlust and activate it. Well, it will self-activate to give you the damage increase, the life steal increase, and of course, if you activate it on Monstrous Blade, you can burn the heal. Okay, so heal you for 3% of your maximum life, does decent damage, removes you from CC dazed effect, and also helps you get your heal pretty much automatically. Yes, sign me up. That's why I'm saying do not disregard Avalanche. It is a good ability if you understand when and how to use it. You just have to understand when you're supposed to use it, and definitely when you're not supposed to do it. Listen, if you're sitting right next to a poleaxe hero, probably don't want to use this ability near him. Okay, I can guarantee you it's not going to be a good day for you. All right, don't do it. He's got too many CCs, man. Okay, even if you can remove the CC that he puts you under, he's probably got another one sitting right there to put you right back in it. So don't do it. All right, so situational awareness with this move is what's going to basically help you understand when and where to use it. Okay, if you're just going to run around and try to use it to do this and that, and you're just using it recklessly, then yeah, you're probably not gonna like the move. Let's just be honest. But with me, I try to use it in clutch situations. I try to use it to quickly wipe out units that are standing around me that normally would probably do more damage to me than I would than I would be doing to them. So this helps with maintaining, clearing enemies that are in my way, particularly ones without shields. Okay, so I kind of just wanted to go over you with that. I wanted to show you some video clips and whatnot of me using it. It's just this one. You'll see another one coming up in this video where I'm basically, this whole video that I'm showing you of me playing the game is basically me playing not how I would play at a high level, but how I would be playing if I were you. Okay, and please make note, to veteran Nodachi players, I am not at all telling you guys how to play Nodachi. I'm just giving you guys tips, and I'm trying to help you understand ways that you can play Nodachi that will feel comfortable and also help you enjoy it a little bit better. Okay, so anyways, moving on. So I want to highlight stats. Okay, you are now, when I say intermediate dictates you are somewhere between basically you're somewhere between level 80 and level 120. Okay, that's pretty much your intermediate phase. Okay, you'll still be in the bracket before you hit the bracket where you are basically playing with like 120 plus players, and they're maxed out veterancy for their units, and they're bringing gold units, they're bringing purple units, and so forth. And we'll get into that in the next video because your playstyle will for sure have to change. Now, for stats, you can still run 100% strength. Okay, you can still run that. You just have to play a little bit safer than what you normally. I would if you're going to play 100% strength in the middle and in intermediate phase, I would at least have maybe one or two units on your warband that are shield users, so that way allow you and complement you more for being on the front lines if you're going to do that. Okay, but right at the intermediate phase, I decided to run 60 strength and 66 armor. Now this is with also having the Carnifex set. So mind you, you're getting those extra 10 points from the having the 4 pieces stacked. So just give you an idea how that works, so that way you don't be like, okay, where the hell did you get the 66 from? Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, but that's what I run. And the reason why I run this for high level also. I don't just run this for intermediate. I run this for high level brackets. And the reason why is because this gives you a little bit more leeway to make mistakes. So, you know, normally I would tell you that, oh, like, yeah, you don't want to be in this position or that position, but that's what happens. Okay. I've been hit by tier 3 ults from poleaxe users. I've been hit by tier 3 ults from from dual blades. I've been hit with tier 3 ults from all the players. It doesn't kill me. As a matter of fact, the only one that does a reasonable amount of damage is the dual blade ult, and it's gonna take somewhere around half my life, somewhere around that, sometimes less depending on where they have it at, and what they're stacking, but it's gonna take right around that. But normally, if you're running full strength, that's going to obliterate your life, dude. That is absolutely going to freaking decimate whatever health you think you have. So poleaxe ults, if they're tier 3 and you're running full strength, dude, you prepare to lose anywhere between 60 and 75% of your health, dude. With the amount of armor that I have right now, barely takes a quarter of my life. Okay, and you'll see that in the video. You'll see that happen where I get hit by a poleaxe user. And listen, dude, this guy's good. I've had a lot of people who wrote me messages in my previous videos when I duel people that, oh, there's no way that an Nodachi character can beat a poleaxe, a good poleaxe. That's not true. It's not true. If I'm playing 100% straight, then yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. You're gonna get spanked 100% of the time, dude, because you just can't take the damage, man. You can't. You cannot take that damage, and it presents a problem to me when you're trying to play front line and you can't take that damage. Okay, and that brings me to my next topic. What is your role? What is the Nodachi role and play style for the intermediate going on to the higher brackets? You have to understand that you are the vanguard, and by vanguard, you basically hold flank. You basically hold the line. Okay, that is your job, to hold the line. Okay, not push. Not push. You're not a pusher. You're not mole. You're not glaive. You're not dang on. You're not poleaxe. That is not your job. Your job is not to push. Your job is to hold the line. Your job is to punish people who overextend. Okay, that is your job. That will be your job when you go into the higher levels. When you go into my next video, that's going to highlight that. That is your job, and you will see several times where people are out of place from their units, and I punish them. But you have to understand the rules apply to you also. You have to be traveling with your unit majority of the time, and you need to start getting used to that. You got to start playing like that. You got to start playing where you actually care about where your positioning is at in comparison to that of your unit. Okay, you can't just be running around solo. You're not dual blades. You're not that guy. Okay, he can sneak around and not be seen. You dude, stop it. Just don't do it. Okay, because you're setting yourself up to die very easily. Okay, and in the beginning of the video of this video, you'll see I made one mistake. And it wasn't that I overextended. I didn't think that the enemy's units were sitting right there around the corner, and they charged and completely, I didn't even have a chance to get back, dude. It was over. That's it, man. That's all it takes. The charge and all the stuff that came with it. I got caught, and it's gonna happen, man. You know, it's a constant game of chess in this game. Okay, so I want that to make that clear to you, where I didn't have time to kind of highlight that in the beginner video, that your role is to hold the line. Okay, and to watch your teammates. The ones that are pushing, you're there to watch their backs. Okay. And it's easy. You're Nodachi, dude. Somebody gets on one of your guys, dude, they're asking to die. If you take any of my abilities, which is what we're getting ready to go into here in a minute, dude, I show you in several points where if I'm taking blood up, dude, you're about to get knocked down twice. And you better hope that it's just me that's attacking you, because if there's multiple people attacking when I knock you down the first or the second time, dude, you're done. You're melted. Bye. So realize that you need to start thinking your job is no longer to run around, terrorize people's units, no longer to run around and act like you are King Kong and you're Godzillaing people's units and stuff like that. That's not your job anymore. That was in the beginning levels. You need to leave that behind. Get that out of your mind. That's not how you play Nodachi anymore, okay? You have to understand this is the true way to play a Nodachi now. Your job is to watch your allies' backs and hold the line when they're pushing. That's your job. Okay? From time to time you can definitely watch flanks, because that has to be held too. And yes, you have to be very careful when you watch flank, especially by yourself, because you make one mistake and you're dead. It's just that simple. Okay? So moving on to abilities. Okay? At this level, I generally take Bloodthirsty. And these are, let's say by this level you should already have everything tier 3. Okay, let's hope that you have everything right around tier 3. Okay, but I take Bloodthirsty, Tiger's Claw, Monstrous Blade, Blood Oath, or Bloodthirsty, FNS, Monstrous Blade, and Dragon Sleep. And then my last build, depending on how I want to play, I take Bloodthirsty, Tiger's Claw, Monstrous Blade, Avalanche. Okay, and that build is particularly for survival. That is 100% okay. I'm not trying to die. That's that build. That's that last one I just named off. That is that build. I am not trying to die. Okay, and not dying in the higher levels is good, because you're not dying. That means there's a lot of more things that you could be doing. Okay, if you're dead, you're not doing anything, and that's bad, because if the enemy is able to get 6 or 7 people dead at the same time, they're going to be pushing hard. They're going to be pushing hard, and there's not going to be much you're going to be able to do to stop them. Okay, so you being alive matters. So understand that when you're playing Nodachi, you have to play very carefully. Okay, I cannot stress that enough, that the way that Nodachi starts becoming as you get higher, this class eventually becomes one of the worst classes in the game. And by worst class, I don't mean it's not a playable class. I mean that the point when you rank this class based off of what it's supposed to do versus how every other class does things, every other class does what you're trying to do probably better. Okay, so the one thing that you have in this area though is that you have the damage. You have the damage, and you have abilities that kind of offset and punish people for doing things, and that is why I say I can help give you a definitive role to play. Okay, so I just want to kind of make that clear to you. I want you to understand that playing Nodachi class is no longer about rampaging around. It's about thinking methodically and helping your allies push the line. Okay, and I'm not saying you're up there pushing with them. That's not what you do. You can, but duly note that the minute you get caught, probably with a stun or get concussed or get put in a choke, more than likely a choke, you're done. You're out of there. Okay, it's just as easy as pie. So don't do it. All right, I want everybody to be able to enjoy this class and able to persevere and make it high. If you're watching these videos, more than likely you are wanting to learn how to be better. You understand the shortcomings of Nodachi and you want to be better. So I want to help give you guys some type of hope to help get you guys into shape, whip you into shape. Okay, now that's pretty much it for this video right here, and I will be making another one that's going to advance into the higher ranks and whatnot. That will come a little bit later. I have a few other videos I need to make before I get to that one, but that's pretty much it. And I'd like to hear some thoughts that you guys have. If you have comments, please ask me questions. Put them in my comments. Put them in the comment sections. If you have questions to ask me about Nodachi, put them in the comment section. I will answer, and preferably sooner than later. Okay. I'm absolutely 100% here to help out the community, guys. I love this class. I absolutely love it. I honestly can't play any other class. I've tried. I've literally tried. Nothing feels as satisfying as playing Nodachi, even with it being at the bottom of the rank of the totem pole. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. And as always, guys, I'll see you around.